My name is Jeremy Tagon. I run the workshop for Deus Ex Machina in Sydney. So I'm collecting the Z900RS Kawasaki, a new model. And we're gonna take it back to Deus Ex Machina where I work to do a custom build on it. I personally am very excited with the project for Kawasaki and Deus, especially being an apprentice exclusive Kawasaki back in my days in France. And Deus is even more excited for a first relationship and collaboration build with Kawasaki. So with the first bike we designed, we were trying to really express something that was popular at the moment on the streets, which is the tracker look and the tracker styles out of many different bikes around at the moment. So we designed with Saxon and Carby something that was very edgy and angular in terms of shape, and we try to adapt and incorporate them with the beautiful curves and lines of the tank and the new Z900. There was a lot of work and thought involving to make sure we made the front headlight piece and the rear tail light to a very nice and respectful, and to respect as well the proportion of the bike, because on the paper it looks always very different in the reality. But I think I managed to really put the right measure and the right sizing into shapes, and it actually turned out to be a really good looking tracker. I only shortened the subframe a little bit to make the tail piece at the back just fitting over it, and I built up a little brace under the seat and at the back of the units to support the weight of the rider and to support as well the rest of the structure around it from the tail unit. Basically what we were trying with the tail unit, it's come up with something very unique and new, with some very straight and angular shapes. So on the tracker paint scheme we had, Saxon really researched in the history of Kawasaki and the old logos of the Z1, I think, and some other model of Kawasaki were really having the pinstripe sort of styles and graphics, which he beautifully recreated into the tank lines and the side covers. Saxon designed as well the number plate in a very cool and with a nice little font for the number, which we spread on the aluminium directly and only hand pinstripe the surround it. Yeah, so basically the complete exhaust system we got from SC Project was in a very tight collaboration with Stefano Lavazza, the owner of SC Project. The tires on this tracker were a model that I quite like and that I used a couple of times before on some tracker builds, which is made by Metzeler, and the brand is the Karoo 3. Stone tracker, I guess it was inspired from, we found this unreal location to shoot, probably the hardest shoot I ever done on a tracker or any other bike, because it took us about 45 minutes to push this back all the way into this old dead carrier, and the rocks and the salt and slip. It was a bit of a mission. It was quite hectic. The next day I couldn't move my back, my arms. I was dead. This is the ideas for our second concept based on the Z900RS. So basically we came up with a few different designs. The first one were quite complex and elaborated with a lot of incrustation of aluminium and aluminium perforated steel sheets. But from the paper to reality, we had to simplify and make sure everything we tied in very nicely, classy. The challenge will be coming as well at the end when we put all those bits together to really make all the aircraft rivet looking and tight all riveted together. So we had a lot of thoughts in terms of different look and aspects of it, using some different material with some very nice stylish aircraft pop rivet aluminum, concept of having lined up material side by side together. And so this brought us to what we call the mustache of the build, which we really wanted to line up with the tank, and we slightly modified the full screen that we are going to shape, that we shaped in aluminum perforated sheet. So you can see on the final photos after the work and the shaping of the aluminum that we reused a lot of the shapes, but we cleaned the lines by adding the aluminum perforated on the screen, on the mustache, on the side of the fairing. On this photo we don't see, but there is some perforated aluminum on the back of the seat and on the front as well, and on the top there is some aluminum aircraft pop riveted on the top. So what's very hard with big components like full fairing fiberglass or aluminum perforated sheets and flat, it's once you put it all to shapes, it's very hard to get everything perfectly square and straight. It's all handmade, so everything is slightly off shape, so we work both materials to make it all work together. So in the reality, at the end of it, if you sit in, you always will see something that looks a bit offline, but the rest is offline to make it all in line together.